Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing a review for the 2012 Testament album, Dark Roots of Earth. Testament, if you're unfamiliar with them, they're an 80s thrash metal band. They formed in the Bay Area. They're not quite as well known as some of their counterparts like Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer, but they've been really consistent throughout their whole career, and they've got quite a following of their own. Just a really great band. So getting into Dark Roots of Earth, most of this is going to be highlights for me because I really like this record a lot. I think it's really good. So cracking into those, Alex Skolnick and Eric Peterson are one of the best guitar duos in metal. That's just awesome, and they're great here. Alex Skolnick rejoined Testament for their last album, The Formation of Damnation, and they continue to do an excellent job here. Another high point for me, Chuck Billy went back to his more raspy style thrash vocals as opposed to the death growls, which were his dominant vocal style over the past couple albums. What makes that nice to me is it makes the death growls that much heavier. They really accent the songs well, especially on songs like True American Hate and Throne of Thorns. So I really like that he's gone back to more of the raspy kind of thrash style. The pace of this record is also really good. It keeps moving along at a really brisk pace, keeps you engaged. They slow things down just a touch on Dark Roots of the Earth, which is a really heavy song, and then the ballad Cold Embrace. So you get a little bit of variation, but throughout the 9 tracks. So that's really good. And then Andy Sneap is back on production. He produced their past couple albums, The Gathering and Formation of Damnation, and this one. Again, you really can't ask for a much better production, especially with this thrash style. Everything's right where it should be in the mix. Maybe the bass could have came up just a hair, but overall, that's really awesome. If I had to do a couple picks at this album, Cold Embrace is a ballad. It's a decent ballad. They've done better, so I like the song, but it's maybe one of the weaker ones on the track. The other thing is the bonus tracks, if you spring for the deluxe cover songs, and they're not bad, but especially when you have such a great album of songs, it's a nice bonus, but I could take them or leave them. Their cover of Power Slave instrumentally is really great, but it's just, in my opinion, it's so hard. Bruce Dickinson, Power Slave might be my favorite Iron Maiden song ever, so I'm going to be a little biased on anybody who attempts to cover Power Slave, but there is a nice extended edition of Throne of Thorns, which is the 13th track, which adds a little bit to that song, which is one of my favorite tracks on the record, so that's a good bonus. And then there's also, if you go for the iTunes bonus, there's a alternate take of A Day in the Death, featuring Chris Adler from The Lamb of God on the drums, as opposed to Gene Hoglan, who does an awesome job drumming on this album, which gives you a decent alternate take of that track. Something different, if you're really into hearing every possible version of the songs. So, alright, go ahead and wrap this thing up here, I guess. If I had to give this a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. This is a great thrash record. If you at all like thrash metal, if you're into metal, if you ever wanted to get into Testament, I'd have no trouble, recommending this record to you. It's right up there with The New Order or Practice What You Preach or The Gathering. If someone came to me and said, "Hey man, I really want to get into Testament," you could hand them this record easy, and it'd be a great jumping on point. It's just one of the best metal albums of 2012, definitely hands down. So, alright, I'd like to hear down in the comments from some of you guys, what did you think about this record? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were some of your highlights, lowlights? Just, I don't know, go ahead and give a shout down the bottom if you feel like it. Alright, thanks for checking it out. See you later.